Hey friends, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I am TheTranspondster, and we are hanging out in the Sims 4 Create a Sim today. I am making a gay couple. They are going to own the club slash apartment building that I posted on my channel like a video or two ago. Usually I kind of alternate them a little bit, so if I'm a couple videos off, I do apologize, but it is the kind of dance club venue in Tartosa that I built. I will link it at the end of this video if you want to click through to that one. That actually helps a lot. I found out that clicking through the videos that are recommended on the actual video that you just finished watching helps YouTube like gather that you like this person's videos. So hint hint nudge nudge maybe at the end here. Anyways, let's get into who these Sims actually are, the reason we're here today. This first one here is Guillermo. His last name will be Martin, and the important thing to note in this video that I named this Sim first, okay? So when I named the second Sim, this Sim's husband, I wasn't taking into consideration the last name at the time. So when that Sim's name becomes Ricardo, no, I did not intentionally do that. It wasn't until I thought and was writing out the little description that it would be cute for him to go by Ricci, Ricci. But then when I said it in my head and read Guillermo and Ricci Martin, that was a total fluke. And if you don't get what this all ties into, I'm never gonna give that one up, okay? Anyway, let's stop being a super cheeseball and again continue on with who Guillermo might be. He is definitely a party animal because he is going to be a club owner. He likes dancing the night away and just working on his general physique. He's very big into fitness. He's totally fine to settle down and get married, obviously, because he did. But in terms of having kids and a family, it's not really something he pictures for his future. So works out that his husband Ricardo doesn't particularly want that stuff either. I can't remember which of the two I make hate children, but I do make one of them have that trait. So it's very clear that it's not happening on purpose here, and given their gender and sexuality, it's probably not going to happen on accident. Although Guillermo is not just gay, he is bisexual. So even though his husband Ricardo is Guillermo, if he, I guess, had some wandering eyes, they could go either way. He doesn't. They are in a committed relationship, and if they bring anyone else in, it's a shared decision that can be between you and these Sims if you download them. I do give him a little bit of a little boho vibe to him, but they are for the most part pretty polished and put together. They are business owners, so they gotta have that professional look to him. But in the summer, Guillermo here does like to pop a couple buttons open on his shirt, walk around, show off that nice Italian tan that he has. To clarify too, Guillermo here is going to be Italian, whereas his husband is going to be Spanish. They are going to be living in Tartosa, which I am basing mostly off of the coastal Italian towns, but I figured that in Europe it would be easy to commingle with someone from another country, especially one close by. So Italy and Spain, there you go. You have two Sims here that have met and decided to move in together in their Italian-based Sims world. This is all like mostly to help me get some diversity in my Sims, that I like actually give them nationalities like this. I more or less pick a nationality that I feel like I haven't really, made a Sim of, at least in a decent while, and then I look up the faces of, male or female in that nationality, and then I try and replicate the face somewhat close so that I get the similar features from that nationality. I don't know. That's the only reason that they actually have nationalities. That, and I'm making a somewhat realistic save file, but again, not realistic in the sense that I need my Sims to be different races or whatever, but I just want the Sims to have a good variety in facial features. Same face syndrome is a huge thing for Create a Sim, and something so easy to fall into, because I feel like you're naturally making something that you think is attractive, whereas if you're basing it off of a picture, it's not your perception anymore. You're actually taking like a person's features and replicating them in the game. So yeah, fun facts, I guess, behind my Create a Sim and how I decide to do things. Yeah, I really like too how Ricardo has this, like, I don't know, wisdom in his eyes. He just looks like he's a knowledgeable guy, and he would be a good person to go to for advice. I also wasn't really paying attention to the traits I gave Guillermo, so I still don't know if Ricardo is the one who hates kids or if it's Guillermo. I also don't particularly use this base game hairstyle that often. I think it's a newer one that got added into the game. The texture looks a little too good for it to be an OG one. So yeah, that's my reason for thinking it's new. But I do like it. So there's that. I do give Ricardo a slightly different body shape than I usually give my male Sims. I just don't typically go for that pear look, I guess, in both male and female Sims. So again, I like pushing those boundaries a little bit. Ricardo is going to be into fitness as well, maybe a little less than Guillermo, or he's just not as successful at toning those muscles. He's also an adult Sim, whereas Guillermo, oh, now I'm second guessing. They might both be adult Sims. I just feel like Ricardo would be a little older, or maybe he's more mature. He is also a party animal though, and just like Guillermo doesn't want to settle down and have a family. He just wants someone by his side to kind of do life with, and running a club and getting to interact with not only locals but tourists too is like a fun touch on life. So yeah, one of these Sims has the aspiration to be a serial romantic, which here is Ricardo, and the other one, Guillermo, I believe I picked for him to have the friend of the world aspiration, which I think will tie in nice with their profession, because if you're bartending at a club like this, you'll interact with Sims from the different worlds and naturally get to making all those friends. We're just gonna go through and pick out his turn-ons and turn-offs just like we did for Guillermo. I try and make them somewhat similar, and while we're starting these outfit flip-throughs, I'm gonna rush my little goodbye spiel. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and most importantly, have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, guys.